Well, how about that? It looks like online. About time. Psychic R.J. Sheldon here. Thinking light. Like White House here. It's one of those planner types. Anyway, welcome. I am Psychic R.J. Sheldon here in San Antonio, formerly known as Spiritualist Joseph. Don't like that. Don't like that. There we go. We'll try it that way. Unfortunately, I don't have echo on here. I'll try to do away with it. How's that? Huh? Still there. How's that? How's that? Oh, well.
Hello, it's me.
Yeah, it's me. I am looking for my birthday book. Well, I'm going to keep that little scooter right here next to me. Yes, I'll have to turn more light. Well. I don't see my favorite little book. That's the book that I use for first aid. But with that book, I read these out. Yeah, I don't see it. Don't know where I placed it. I'll place it. I can say it. Nope. There we go. Find this small scooter. We'll get rolling. Give up. Well, either somebody carved it, or it drew legs and walked through it. I don't have my birthday. That's fine. Rock. Oh, wait a minute. Well, forgive me for that not working the right time too. So we'll just get that, and we'll work on that. All right. So let's get started. Hello, this is R.J. Psychic R.J. here in San Antonio, formerly known as Person Joseph Psych. I plan on being here for an hour, so if you'd like to either call in or join in, ask a question, I'm glad to answer it, whether you want me to answer it here online or email me. Let me know. I did this because my hair keeps falling from my face. And no matter what I do, everybody tells me I should cut my hair. I'm not a kid anymore, but hey, 71, I feel like a kid. Yeah? So anyway, I do these to introduce myself as well as just discuss being introduce myself to those that don't know me, and quite a few that already know me over the years. I've had a couple of new clients here recently that came to see me note cards. They did 3 times, which is fine with me, what it's there for. Uh, Glad I got this mic going. My brother was proud of that. He gave it to me. Don't know why. My bear with me. Something happened on my Facebook. There you are. I had lost you. I hope you still have voice there. I don't know what happened there. So many interruptions. I had this all planned out, all figured out. I had my book the other day. I may have laid it somewhere. I got to figure out where I put it. And it's probably staring at right in the face. It really bothers me. But once again, uh, the reason I do podcasts is so people get to know me. And also, I'm working on my book, The Unknown 10. I talk about things I went through as a child. When I figured out that I was different from other kids, in my experiences from then, adolescent, and now the senior, old part. But I'm going to say this. Well, you on Facebook, I hope you can, is giving me a hard time. But back to YouTube, I have much more success with YouTube than I do on Facebook. So we'll continue. Hopefully that Facebook will start to cooperate. I want to forward you. Have a question you'd like to ask. I'm using my office phone right now for Facebook. I couldn't get my notebook. So you can call me on the other line, 210-777-568. You can email me at psychicrjoseph, S-A-T-X, at yahoo.com. Or you can come online and ask a question as well. On YouTube, on Facebook, we are. Today I will talk about one story in particular that I promised somebody I was going to do something about it. So we'll go there. You know, how do you handle something when you're 9 or 10 years old and you see things or you hear things just aren't comfortable and you can't explain it? Not easy. As a child, as an adult, I have grown. I can't say I've gotten used to it, but I've learned to continue with it. That's all you can do. Sometimes experience as a child or as an adult, I just don't get lost, leave me alone, or give me the opportunity. You'll notice up here on that board, there's cards, folks that have come to see me about family members passed on. They're looking for closure. Maybe they passed away too soon or in an accident. They need help coping with it. And that's what I do. Now understand, I'm not going to have you come in here and I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and make up stuff just to satisfy you, just to make you feel great. That would be unfair if you do come to see me or you talk to me. Understand, I'm going to tell you what happened, what the Spirit's allowed me, what the Father in heaven has shown me. I will not make up stuff to make you feel better. You may not get the answer you're looking for. I may give you something totally different from what you're looking for. Not to make you feel bad, but just to understand that something likely just to earn your business. When you come to see me, the first 15 minutes is free. After we're done, if you like what you heard, you like what I've shared with you, you want to continue, then that's up to you. I can't change your life, and it's not meant to change your life. Maybe bring clarity to some things. I do it more as an entertainment. state of Texas is about 85% accurate. I have previous clients when I was working one outfit, the Spirit of the Children's Society, that said that they would post their comments and say, man, you're 100, you're 110% accurate. I'll make people cry. I participated in several live performances where I do readings for large groups. I've done several paranormal investigations. That is where I'm going to go someday. I promised the young lady that I would talk about this one particular place that I went to. The young lady at work came up to me and asked me if I considered talking to a friend. We'll get to that. So come join in if you're out there. Don't be shy if you're watching. Got Mr. Ernest there from YouTube. If you'd like to ask a question, I intend to check it out. If you'd like to ask a question or anything, don't hesitate. Call me. I'd be glad to answer questions as well. The office number or my contact number is 210-416-4538. But right now I'm using that line for my Facebook live session. So if you want to call in, you can call in 210-777-5028. And I can go on there. Or just come on Facebook Live. Type in what you want to talk about. Or come into YouTube. Come be part of this. I do the tarot card. I'm also known as the spirit talker. That's where working with these family members or unexpected death. That was interesting when I started seeing that as a child. I did a story about my episode. I was 19 years old. Just about a month ago, I talked about it. Or not quite a month ago. But you're more than welcome to come in and ask a question. Unfortunately, psychics get a bad rap from psychics because they're not real. Make up stuff. They'll tell you, hey, come back in a couple of weeks, bring me a couple of $100 or a couple of $1,000. I'm going to tune it, and I'm going to have something special for you. If you got as a psychic, if you got something special to say it right. I don't charge much for people to see me. My favorite thing to say to followers is, don't give me money you don't have. Next person might be better off and will tip me a little bit. I'll take walk-ins as long as they call in at least an hour prior to coming in, just to make sure I'm not already tied up with someone, because I really don't have a waiting area. It's up to you. If you've never been to a psychic or a medium or a clairvoyant or an empath or a spirit doctor, try it out sometime. It doesn't have to be me. There's several million of them. Here in San Antonio, I'm sure there's 2,000. Some are real, some are make-believe, but they're there. And we do this more as an entertainment than anything. In fact, we have to sign a harmless letter when it comes to me. Because I'm going to share things with you. I'm going to speak into your life and see things about you may be uncomfortable about. But if you come in there and ask me about a particular thing, I ask you not to give me details. You can tell me, oh, it's about my life, about my lady friend, my guy friend. Having trouble connecting with my father. My mother's passed on, and they've got to say bye. My brother was in an accident. We never really figured out what caused it, how it happened. You know, things of that nature. And I'll ask the person when they come in, what is your motive? What are you trying to accomplish by coming to see me? But you understand, people want to hear great things. Oh, you know, life is going to be beautiful. You're going to be rich. You're going to find gold in that rainbow, and you're going to meet the wonderful partner. Now give me $100. So you wanted what you wanted to hear, now you want $200. What $200? You come to see me. You say, well, you sit there for a minute and then, okay, well, yeah, my lady friend. Okay, that's all I need to know. Your lady friend is not the problem. Your lady friend is insecure because you're the problem. You come home late after doing something else, and then you expect her to be 100%. She's picking up, you know. So if you find that she's being angry towards you, understand why. Oh, and I tell somebody the truth like that, they just come to the conclusion. I had a young lady that came to see me unexpectedly. I didn't charge her or nothing. An employee brought her to see me at lunch break. And that's what she was trying to figure out about the party. Husband, I told her what I saw. I could see him at work and so forth. But he doesn't stop. You're the problem. You're the one who's doing so much work. Making him nervous. Making him sure. Lord, you tend to be angry with him based on what you stop right now. You're an idiot. You're stupid. People pay you. I know that. They don't pay me. They come to see me. I don't ask them to come. Don't ask for money. Sometimes they'll give me a tip. Of course, when I had my office, I did start charging for them to pay the rent. I would say, don't give me what you're going to get up and left. I went to my employees and said, don't ever do that again. Ever walk in here straight in my office and say, hey, this person I was telling about you won't want to do it. Well, I want to say about 6 months to a year, give or take, somewhere there. my right hand. Hey, Bob. My nickname is Buck. Buck. Yeah. Remember that girl, that young lady I brought to see you back when? Just some ugly things to you. Yeah. Well, she wanted me to apologize. She also wanted me to see if there's any way you'd consider seeing her again. I said, really? No. Not only no, but hell no. Her life went to shit, didn't it? And my sister said it did. She said that everything you told her or talked about with her happened. That you were right about her, someone at work. She was hoping you might be able to help her see things clearer and see how she could save her relationship with her husband. It's over, but I'm not going to tell her. Remember, I'm an idiot or something like that. So come in thinking I'm just going to feed you a bunch of nice stuff. If it's there, I will. If it's not, I will. If what I see is not peaches and apples and strawberry hill or champagne, I'm going to share it with you. You'll take it for what it's worth. Now, one thing that I'm not allowed to do, if I see death, I cannot. I cannot take their own law. The person is sitting here and I like to see what's death in them. I can't tell them. I'll get in trouble. So, what goes on with the psychic, medium, spirit caucus with myself is private. And I sign a contract with you as well as you with me. Letting you know that I am going to look into your life when I read for you. I am going to pick up things that may have happened when you were a child or recently. They may not be great, they may not be good, they may be wonderful. I may accidentally bring up history that you've been hiding. And then you find that you need exposure, and that's why certain things are not clicking for you. Because you never got closure on that. And that's happened a lot of the time. But no matter what, we signed that contract together. Number one, wholehearted letter. Number two, advising you that I will peer into your life. Whether you believe me or not, I will see that. I will share them with you. I also have on there that I do this as a form of entertainment. And you should not expect your life to change, that anything I share with you is not meant to change your life or for you to promote the life that it's meant to entertain. Now, if it brings clarity to you on something, hey, awesome. If it brings you happiness, awesome. Cannot take what psychic or empath or medium, spirit talk shares with you. But the problem is, say you come down you come to T. The place you need to go to, you have to go right, go down a couple of streets. thinking, you took a left. And you're down Cruisley Road, or you were like, oh man, I'll just like there. You have changed the outcome of your day. Perhaps something was going to happen at that end, or all of a sudden you're in a car accident. But you changed the day. You changed what was going to happen for you that day. Life is ever changing. It's never going to be the same. I tell you something today that I see coming. It may not happen today, tomorrow, next week, it may be a year down the road, maybe two. I've had people come back to me a year later and say, hey, I came to see you a couple of million years ago, and you told me this is going to happen. It happened. It just happened a couple years later. But 100% the way that takes place, I need to see. Case in point, I have a young man, well, he ain't young, almost mine, he's older than the moon. He called me back, he called me this morning when I was on the line with my doctor. He called me one day back in the summer, I was in the hospital, and said, hey, he still knows me by my middle name, Joseph. Hey, Joseph, hey, so-and-so, I'm not going to give you his name, because as I said, when I talk to a person, it's all in confidence. Your privacy is not going to play. But this person that I had to call you, that I was looking at my nose, I remember there was a time I called you about something. You told me, hey, I see a fire burning in the corner of your house, a tree catching fire. Did you have a car burn up in the corner of your house? Or at the corner of your property? Tree catching fire just gets out of control. Remember that? I said, I don't remember that. No. Well, it's been a couple of years, but I went back and looked, and I remember stuff about it. Fire was at the corner. Wiring something went bad. It caught fire. The kids who were driving it didn't know what to do. But it caught the tree that we have right there in the corner on fire. It almost came across to the house. If we wouldn't have looked out and seen it, we would have been shot. I remember. But it was 2 years later. But wow. Things do happen sometimes a certain way. You have things you see that are going to come. Could be in 30 minutes. Could be in a year. Could be in a week. You don't know. I apologize. Sure. Look at my book. I just had it. I always try to put them right back on my bookshelf. Didn't think that I used it often. I'll have to do it next week. But if you're having a birthday today, happy birthday. I'm sure a lot of people turn 29 today. Some people turn 6. Some turn 60. But today's a gift because you're here. Enjoy it. It is the first day of the rest of your life. Have faith in God and the Holy Christ. He'll guide you if you listen. And if you have any difficulties, that's the word for guidance. In Jesus' name. And it will. If you're trying to accomplish something, maybe you're trying to buy a car. You're 18. You've been after mom and dad, but not quite in their budget. But you see this car, this is what you want. You got it in your mind, you're going to get it. Well, if you have it in your mind, see yourself driving it, and you'll get it. But you have to work. Working for it, you'll have it. See yourself, you'll have it. When I was 17, 18, I saw a picture. Brand new Chevrolet Foresight. They weren't called Foresight, then they were called Stepsight. Man, that's what I want. When I get a boat, I'd be able to hook up to that boat, step out of the truck on the step, into bed, crawl onto the bottom of the boat, launch my boat, go tie it off the buoy, come back to my truck, and never get away. I thought, up here, so, at the age of 19, I drove by a Chevrolet dealer by myself, and I thought, I didn't care for the color, canary yellow. Who's going to drive a canary yellow city truck back then? That's not yellow. Any other color? He said, well, we're just our main lot is out on the north side. I drove in San Antonio. I've been probably heard of it. Used to own Saint, he might be passed on with stuff sold. So after work, the next day I went. And there, a white burnt orange copper, beautiful, kind of metallic to it. That is awesome. Standard on the floor. Not on the floor, but on the column. Non-chipped on the column. I love the standard, especially when you're dealing with boat stuff. Had air, had an AM/FM. Ready for this? Cassette player, not cassette. Not that. I got one. Track. Play 8-track or 4-track. CV for hot ice. Wow. Does that come with this? It's already in there, but if you don't want it, we take it out and put a regular rate. Whopping $3,900 for that brand new truck. Gotta have it. I got it. Neighbor down the street, his father would invite me to go fishing with him out of Calvary from KG and Canyon Lake. And went to Coconut, low, but it was beautiful. But he kicked that thing out open. We went out 80 miles. I'm like, the size of the boat, maybe a couple inches above the water. They get a nice wave, we're going to go to the bottom here. No. But I love it. And that woman, I had to have a boat. I hung pictures up in my bedroom, put pictures in the back of my bedroom door, boat. I'm going to get me a boat. Yeah, cool. I can go fishing. It wasn't 6 months that went by, and I got it. I was talking to someone, and we were talking about fishing. I said, yeah, and I've been trying to find me a boat, go to the lake, go fishing. I'm not big about boats. Lake fishing. It's really, me too. I'm looking to get a bigger boat, a newer boat, so that I can go to the boat down the lake. What do you got to do? I need at least 500 to give down a new boat in the 77 class. So what are you saying? You take 500 for the boat? 500 cash? Does everything, paddle, flight, preserver, extra prop, an awesome boat. Give me an address, I'll come look at it. Are you home? Tired of you? Not really. I have to run my route. Okay. Weekdays, it's hard to get away from here. How about Sunday? Hey, you meet up Sunday. Yeah. You meet up Sunday. As a matter of fact, meet up, go to the lake, drive, give it to the boat. You know, where's my dad has a boat right down there. You put okay, cool. So we met up. I fell in love with the boat. I 16-foot Arkansas travel, 5 horse gallon engine, had a toe prop, feet prop, what do you call it, conservative prop. Didn't create a roof bell. It gave you good speed, good travel, choppy water if good. It had 4 or 6 life observers. It was 6 because it was 3 old and 3 children. And it had 2 paddles, 2 fire extinguishers, and a built-in TV base. That was wow. We can have the money. Take a check. I don't like that. Well, let's go to the bank and cash. Bring you the money. Or when you come to the office, store, you bring in the title. You vote, I'll give you the money, then I'll go pick it up. Fair enough. So, story, I want a truck in my boat. 19. By the time I was 20 pounds, had my boat fishing. Having a good time. Had a lot of friends too all at the boat. Of course, I paid for the gas, I paid for everything. It was a lot. Had that boat 12 years. No, I told him. Anybody that says they can't do anything, it's because they don't try. Prayer helps a lot as well. You ask the Lord for things, He'll help you. But you have to pray. Now, if you come to see me, I ask the Lord to allow me to see the things He'd like to share with this person, whether it be a girl or a boy. Well, I don't do mine. A young person or senior as myself. I now, yeah, you can send it to me on my email, like R. Joseph, SATX, at yahoo.com. Let me know what day, what time you're looking, and I'll check my schedule. Doable. The first 15 minutes is free. After that, it's go time.
Lady, go!
All right. Well, talk to myself today. I know. All right. See if I get the traffic here. Added negative people. Nice. So, take a moment, because I'm going to share with you a story of something that really happened. Let me get up and get up. Well, that's all tangled up there. One second. I don't know what's in the air out there now. Just start attacking. There we go. Take a good look at this. All right. I'm going to make a C6 for you. How does it work? I think it was Friday evening or afternoon. We're pretty well finishing up for this day. When one of the young ladies worked for me, comes up, she says, Buck, boss, yeah, I want to ask you something. Sure. What do you want to ask? Actually, boy, it worked on 5 girls, one man. It was like a 26-year-old, 10-year-old. But he was a lot of fun. He did his job. That's it. But anyway, this particular young lady, I'm not going to say her real name. It wouldn't be fair because I didn't ask permission. So we're going to call her Lou. And I said, yeah, Louise, come on over. What's going on? And I had a big kid, R.J. Sheldon. He says, I was telling a friend of mine in Brownsville about it. He wanted to know if you considered coming to doing work for him. What kind of work? Brownsville? Yeah, Brownsville. I do. What kind of work? Well, I told him about the things you can do. You know, your psychic and ghost hunting and all that. I said, how in the world do you know about that? Apparently, at our Christmas party, she sat and spoke with my wife, and my wife told her about things I did and could do, and what she's experienced, being with me. I said, well, I have been known, to my character, like to do certain things, but okay. Well, he had, oh, he bought mainly because his brother always wanted to that. They were little. He would drive by it, take them to people, and she would tell him, kids, one day, we're going to live. I want that. Okay. Well, he lives in New York now, but he bought that house. His mother passed away a few years ago, but he saw it for sale, so he bought it. He said, from what I understand, it is a Victorian home. It It was a plantation home. At the turn of the century, from the 19th century to the 20th century, the 1800s to the 19th. And it has been a hotel, it's been halfway house, but he turned on and bought it. And he invested a lot of money into it. And now, mother passed away. He's already made the purchase. So now he's trying to sell it. But says that every time he goes there short, the people will look around and say, it's kind of creepy in here. It's like somebody following us or looking at it. Well, there's nobody here. No, ghosts. You know, ghosts. I said, so what do you want from me? Well, according to your wife, you know how to get rid of it. You know what to do. You, okay. I have to do this quick because I have a nurse take care of my wound. This is okay. I have done some stuff like that. You're talking about Brownsville. Yeah. I've never been to Brownsville. That's a long way. I wouldn't even know what to charge him. I don't know that I'd want to drive that for. If I did, it's going to have to be, going to have to pay me something. She said, no, he'll pay you. He'll pay you. Well, by then, I had all my books. Looked like I was having story time at school and had all the kids around. So I had them all around. And of course, one gentleman worked for me. And I said, well, she said, well, can I get him on the line? I said, yeah, get him on the line. Call him on my phone, put him on the intercom. So everybody's listening, might as well include everybody. So I got up and poured me a cup of coffee, came back and sat down. I'm going to call him Ernest. I don't remember his name. And even if I did, I won't use his real name. I said, well, he says, this is so and so here. I was talking to my boss, well, the one that I told you that had certain abilities, and talking to him about maybe coming down there and doing what you want, cleanse that house, get rid of the spirits or whatever's in there. I says, that house is I see a 3-story. Let me back up. I jumped ahead there. Before she called him, I said, I do see the house. I see a 3-story. It has a porch that goes all the way around it. And I've never seen this before, but if you're in the kitchen, there's a little door. And you go in that door, there's a tiny staircase that goes all the way up to the last floor. What's that all about? She said, I don't know. I've never been in there, but it's not a 3-story, it's a 2-story. But it does have a porch that goes all the way around it. I've seen that. But it was made back in the 1800s. Well, get your friend on the line and talk to him. See what he's got in mind. not my nerve. So she got him on the line. Came over and called him. Ernest. She said, Ernest, this is, I got the name I gave you. But anyway, this is Mary Bell. Yeah, I've been good. Hey, I'm talking to my boss, the gentleman I told you that has certain abilities and so forth. And I've told him about what you wanted to do, and he wanted me to call you. But, yeah. So I had him on the intercom, like I said earlier. I said, what the heck, everybody's listening to us anyway. So I said, hi. I said, now, I was just telling Esther, Maribel, that I see a three-story house with a porch that goes all the way around it. And the inside, I see a small staircase, a tiny staircase with the kitchen going up. What's that all about? He said, well, have you seen a picture of it? No. So he told Maribel, go online, look at Sunset Retail, type in Brownsville, and they'll show the listing, and you can download that picture, print it out if you have the capability there. But it's not a three-story. Oh, it's not. I see a three-story. But it does have the wraparound porch, and that staircase is there in the kitchen. That was for the entire no. They were not allowed to use the main staircase to go upstairs. So whenever they had to take laundry up or go attend to the family, the owners of the plantation, the servants had to use that. They could not go up to the family staircase. Oh. I said, okay, cool. I said, now, what about the third floor? What happened to it? He said, it's strange that you know that. You've never been to Brownsville. I've been to Brownsville. It was a three-story at one time. Back in, I think it was in the 40s, they were using this halfway house. And the guy on the second floor decided he was going to cook some food or something. He had a fire started. He caught the ceiling on fire. Which, you're on the second floor, that's the floor to the third floor. So, the third floor was on fire. So what they done, they come in, knocked the third floor out, broke the ceiling down, and made it two-story. And redone the floor. Because or he was on the third floor, caught the ceiling on fire. Maybe that's what it was. But anyway, they wound up with the third floor due to a fire. He said, never been to Brownsville. Never been to Brownsville in my life. He said, well, it does have the, and then Maribel came up with the picture. It does have the wraparound porch. See that anymore? Not a police story. That's okay. I said, I do see one other place. In the kitchen, I see a linoleum, the old school linoleum. Make it out of tire paper, and they paint these lines on there, and then they bake it to dry it on there, and then they lay it out. Yeah, no, they don't. I see it in the kitchen now. Ain't up there, just wood floor. Well, okay. Now I do pick up on two people. I see a woman, late 20s, early 30s, like, and I see a child. I see a little boy there with her. I can see her like holding on to it. They're in that staircase. That's where they like to stay, in that staircase. Till somebody comes over. Wow. what would you charge to come over here and try to get rid of them? I said, I've never thought about it. You're 500 miles from here, almost, actually almost 600 miles. It'd have to be on a weekend. I'd have to leave here on Friday night, spend Saturday there, and come back home Sunday morning or something like that. Or that night after we do what we're going to do. I do remember that we did it on the first weekend of June this year, 2004. And I said, you tell me what it's worth for you, but remember how far I got to drive. He gave me a number. It was great. Cool. And plus all your gas. All you need to do is when you drive up, save your gas receipt. I'll give you that money back, and I'll match it for when you go back with the savings. And I'll pay for the hotel for one night, one day. I'll pay for 2 of your meals. Sounds good? So first weekend in June, we'll put it together. And what I'll do is I'll have Maryville send you a letter of commitment. You sign it. And the week before I come up, I'll call you and we'll make arrangements. I kind of want to see the money up front before I go. Whether it's check or, well, I'll send you half. Put it on a gift card. And I'll put the rest on the gift. Like, you're worried about driving up there and not getting paid. I'm worried about paying you, you're not going to down there. That's what sounds good. Very much. So the week before I was going to drive up, I'd already got his letter back, his commitment, and with the card. And, I didn't give you the passcode on it because I don't want to spend the money. So, okay, but you can verify the money's on there. All right. And sure enough, there was money, half of what we agreed on. I said, Maryville got on the phone. I said, now, hotel. I will text that to you. That's okay. And with the address and everything, it's already set up. It's in your name. I have it for 2 people. I had made arrangements with my nephew to go with me at 15. And that's all. I said, now, he says, is there anything you're going to need when you get here? I said, yes. There's a table in there. It looks like an old telephone table. I'll need that in the middle of the house. Okay? Because that's what I'll set my candles on, my Bible. And then I'll put all my recorders. I'll have one there and a camera there. And then I'll put the other cameras out around, recorders around the house. And we'll go from there. Oh, well, there's no furniture in that house. Yeah. You know, there's no furniture, but I'll make sure there's a table there for you. I'm going to be down there. I think we're talking like Tuesday. He said, I'll be there down there by Thursday or Friday morning. And I'll make sure you have a table there. I said, fair enough. So we had everything all put together that Friday before the day was out. Maribel came up and said, hey, I've got Rick on the line there. Wants to talk to you. Okay. Pass them over, put them on the new truck. Of course, everybody did. I said, what's up? Well, you were right. What do you mean I was right? I have a caretaker that takes care of I have the servants' houses in the back where the servants would live, and I turned them into small apartments, efficiency apartments. And he takes care of that, takes care of the house for me. And it just so happens that one day he was coming to the house, and somebody jumped an old telephone table. He called it a telephone table. Somebody chunked it out, and he picked it up and brought it, and he's been sanding it down to restore it so he could stuff. I said, well, there you go. He said, I'll make sure it's there for you. Wow. You're awesome. I'll see you tonight or in the morning. So I called my nephew. Oh, you're going to look for gold? I don't think I'm going to go. Wow. Well, okay. Well, I had some of my equipment in my mother's house in the attic, so I went over there after I told my wife bye. We had supper together. I took off. So I stopped with my mother, and she said, what are you doing? I said, I got some stuff stored in your attic from the last job I did down in Portland. All those cameras and stuff. Yeah. I need to grab them. And I've got a job to do down in Brownsville. That's about 600 miles from here. Yeah. Who's going with you? Just me. No, I can't go back. No, I'm 50 years old. I think I can make it down. No, you can't go back. Yes, I can. She just got over a bypass, not quite a month before. And going up in the attic, on my top, started scooting out. And I stepped down on the ladder. I grabbed the box and I turned around to see where she was at. I didn't want to fall on her, step down on her. And she's standing at the front door. She done combed my hair, put lipstick on, put rouge on, and got changed and had an overnight. I said, what are you doing? I'm going with you. Oh, I'm going with you. I said, well, fair enough. We took off. We got up there, I guess, about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. Found the hotel, went there, everything was set up. Next morning, I called the guy. Rick told him I was there. He said, yeah, I called the hotel last night. They told me you were there. There's a lady with you. That's my mother, the boy who come with me. My mother came. He said, well, let's meet up. Hello, cousin Leroy. How you doing? Hope I'm not boring you. Can you hear me okay on there? I was having trouble with the voice on the Facebook part. But good to hear from you, Leroy. How's everybody over yonder? So I called Rick up and I said, hey, Rick, we're up and around. And he said, yeah, I know you're there. And I spoke to them last night. And, I couldn't do it. Anyway, good to see you, cousin Leroy. So we met up. He bought us breakfast. And I said, I'd like to go to the house and take my stuff over there and just get a feel for the house. And I brought some walkie-talkies, one for you, one for my mother, one for me, so we keep in touch with each other. He said, okay. So we went over there. I followed him over there. Mother got out, we grabbed my stuff, put it in the house. And, There's that table. Here's that table. I can't believe you saw that table. I didn't think there was a table here. Whatever. I mean, he was just going on and on. You know, I went in the kitchen. I said, look at the corner of that floor right there. What do you see? It's a piece of linoleum with the flowers in it. Oh, wow. Well, maybe it did have it at one time. Yeah, I told you it had the linoleum, but I guess it tore it out. I'm still seeing it, but it tore it out. I opened that little door, and there's that little staircase. Yeah. But small people to use that. I said, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. My mother's just getting over triple bypass. It's only been about a month or so. I don't want her going up and down the staircase. I'm going to go walk around, get a feel, see what I can pick up, see if there's any other spirits that I can pick up on. And, I'm going to take my recorder. Call you if I need anything. Where's the staircase? You walk me around. This is this, and this, and that. There's the staircase. They'll pick you up everything. Now remember, the second, what used to be the third floor is now the attic. That's okay. That's well, I'll be gone. But do not, no matter what, let my mother come up the stairs. You don't have to be coming up down the stairs. Okay. So, Mom, walk around here, what you see, or have a seat, or, I'll be right back. So I took off and I went up the stairs. Went to the second floor, and as I was getting to the threshold of the second floor, my skin creaked and itchy, scribbled. How are you, Maria? And it pooped. Then again, real quick, it pooped. I said, Ned. The little boy's name was Ned. He called him Natito. Ben, dang. So I went up walking around there on the second floor. And I couldn't do anything. It just, for a second, it was gone. Okay. So I called downstairs to go, Mother, you okay? On the walkie-talkie. I said, where's Rick? He said, I'm right here. So I'm just showing your mom around with the coffee. He was more of a woman than a man, but anyway. So I took off and I went on up to what's now the attic. And you could tell that it was the full floor at one time. It was pretty tall. And then I looked, I guess it would have been the south side of the house. And there was the remains of framework of a room. Just somebody in that corner. No sheetrock, or maybe they hadn't finished it. They started building it and didn't finish it. Wow. And then I felt that woman. Oh my God. Maria. And then all of a sudden I felt the little kid. How'd it go? Wait up. They went straight toward that little room. Or what used to be a room, or what's going to be a room. So I went over there, and just as quick as I get there, I felt her brush by. I can't explain it. If you've ever felt the spirit, you'll know what I'm talking about. I looked down. I'll be damned. This is unreal. I took my boot and I rubbed on the floor. I got on my walkie-talkie. Hey, Rick. Rick. He come back. Actually, I think we had mentioned what it was. I said, can you get a wet cloth and a dry one and bring it up here? I'm in the attic, or what used to be the third floor. said, don't let my mother come with me. I said, come on up. So it wasn't long. He was up there. What? I said, step in there and wipe that floor off. Tell me what you see. And he started jumping up and down, screaming, oh my God, oh my God. It's the linoleum. It's exactly the way you described it. I said, look on that corner over there. There's a corner. It's missing that corner. That's what's down there in you. So somebody took it out and bring it up here. Wow. Well, I went back and I told him, went downstairs, and I said, we're going to head home, take a nap, got in for the late. Sundown's going to be between 5:45 and 6:10 today. So that's when I want to be here at sundown. It ain't daylight, it ain't dark, that's the best time to deal with spirits. Not midnight, not 2 o'clock. When it's not daylight and it's not dark, that's the time to get through. And he said, okay, I'll meet you here. I said, I do need one other thing. What's that? I need you to bring a non-believer. Someone doesn't believe in God, doesn't believe in Jesus. I need negative hope. Oh, that's not a problem. I got a young lady who's been running the apartments back there. She don't believe in God. She don't believe in prayer. Tell her I'll give her $20. She'll give me an hour of time tonight. Okay. So we went on back to the hotel. Mom lied down for a little while. I lied back on the chair. Started taking a little nap. Well, the phone rang. My phone rang. Hey, it's me, it's Dick. I said, what's going on? He said, I got that lady, she'll be there. She does not believe in any of that. She'd like to take $20. That's awesome. So just be there. So it wasn't long. We were up and running, so we took off over there. And I looked at my mother and said, look, I'm going to do something here. I'd love you to be part of it, but don't interrupt. Don't get involved. Okay? Let me do it. He said, okay. So we went out and I got all my cameras set up, my recorders set up, about 8 of them. And I set up the table, one white candle in the middle, one spare schooner of water in the middle, and 4 candles, a west, a east, a south, and a north. And what you do is you call on that spirit to go into the light, and you know when you go into the light, you see the black sculpture in the water, that means they've gone. In God, this is they've gone. The light, they've gone. Whether there or down there. I don't know if they go down here because it's a color, it's always black. So we get started. I met the lady, told her I'd give her $20 once we're done. Okay, She only spoke Spanish, no problem. I like her. We met my mother. We started doing her thing, and I'm praying and calling on the Spirit, Maria, you got to go, you're not welcome here. You got to let that little boy go. You can't keep him trapped here. He's not your son, your child. I don't know. And I says, I looked at Rick. You got to demand that she leaves. You got to let her know this is your home, not hers. This is your world, not hers. Tell her. You got no. Put some pump behind it. Put your balls behind it. Tell her, get out. Don't belong here. It's my house. Well, this went on for about 45 minutes. And I saw the candle. The candle kind of started up. Mom said, what was that? I don't know. They're both gone. One. We're going here too. So I said a closing prayer and so forth. And we shut everything down. And I looked in the schooner water, and sure enough, there's a little bit of black silt in there. One of the spirits is gone. I said, we'll know here and go quick. Quick. I got a feeling it's just a boy. And I started going around, grabbing all my quarters, my camera, bringing them over to the table, rewinding. I thought that one pretty well telling me to get that hell out of here. Wow. Rick goes, what? I said, let's think, people. God. Okay. I started playing back the first tape. And you could hear us talking and praying and demanding she leaves. And for about halfway through it, and then all of a sudden, it came out. Unexpectedly, it came out. And it was unbelievable. She decided to speak. Normally, it's not real clear when you hear stuff like this. A lot of times, it's just scratchy. But then we heard it. Get out. Leave us alone. Get out. Wow. But stop. And then you can hear us talking again. And then it's like between our conversation, here she comes again. I don't want you to get out. That little lady from Mexico, I don't think she was much more than 5.5 foot tall, skinny as hell. She looked at me, she looked at my mom, she looked at Greg. She said, that's not my voice in Spanish. And that's not your mom's voice. I've been talking to her, and it definitely ain't your voice. This is witchcraft. This is bullshit. She ran out the back door, through the kitchen, out the back door. She busted the damn screen door. She went out so fast. Rick. Wow. She didn't even get her $20. She said, well, I'll give it to you as a gift to her. I'll tell you what, she became a believer. Well, we went ahead and listened to the rest of that tape. She came on there a couple more times, asking to get out. I went to the third one. I could hear her on the third tape. We played it. And about a quarter of the way through there, you could hear her calling the boy. Stay away from that. Don't listen to those people. Stay away from that light. Don't go to that light. And I guess that's when he went into the light. And he left. So we're getting ready to shut down. I looked at Rick. Well, Rick, I said, let me explain to you what we got. The woman in her late 20s, maybe early 30s. She may have not died at that age, but usually go back to the time of life that you're the happiest. And I guess that was happy. And this is her house, and she's not going to leave. He kept staring at my forehead. I said, what's wrong? You didn't have gray hair when you came in. You got a streak of gray that's gone now. That's right in your shoulder. Almost made me look like myself. Wow, Mom, what's that? Hallelujah. Evangelist, you didn't have that. Then that lady, you scared the shit out of me. I didn't know you were going to do this. I liked it. About that time, we're partially into that third phase of the church. He's done that for us. Again, stay away from the light. Don't go in. So there you go. I said, this woman has long charcoal hair, wavy like it's been braided, taken out of the braid. What color my skin looks like? Wearing an old school blouse. Stuff like it. There's a real colorful dress, flowers. He said, hold on, I'll be right back. He pranced into the kitchen, came back, and her pulled out the water, pulled out the picture. Is that her? I said, yeah, she about 80% looks like her, yeah. I said, who is that? Okay. She always said she wanted to live in this house. I said, well, I guess she moved in. She ain't gonna leave. Do you ever feel afraid or anything? No, I never really felt anything. You know, people don't come in here and complain. I said, well, there you go. I can come back and try to get rid of her, or you can. Brownsville, Texas, 2004. I've never been to Brownsville in my life. But I describe that house almost 100%. It was impressive. My mother was that woman became a believer. I'm Psych Joseph, R.J.Sheldon, formerly known as First of the Joseph Psych here in San Antonio. I'll be back here Wednesday next week, 11:30. I'll share another story. I'm working on a book. It's called The Unknown at 10, The Experiences of a Boy. My logo, from beyond the unknown, 10 experiences of a boy. I'll train of thought there. You'll find me in the listing, Yellow Pages, on the internet, YouTube, under Psychic Visions by R.J. Sheldon, San Antonio, Texas. From beyond the natural world and the need to know. I hope I didn't bore you. And cousin Leroy, if you're there, thank you for being part of it. I hope I didn't bore you. That was a true story. It really happened. I do have witnesses, a lot of witnesses. That's what took place. Unfortunately, my mother passed away a few years ago. But I enjoyed your company. I'd like to meet you sometime. I'd like to go to the family reunion, but I've been sick these last. I know Brother Otis has been going there. I'd love to go there and meet some of y'all. I met, I guess, your dad or your grandfather. Him and my dad got so drunk one time at our house here in San Antonio, they were both falling down, trying to install an air conditioner in our house. About killed himself with that. But anyway, I want to thank each and every one of you for being here. Until next time. I'll see you then.